Good afternoon, dear friends from all over around the world. Welcome to our daily education session. Today, we are going to talk about chapter 2, which is chapter 5, which is solving siblings rivalry. How to solve siblings rivalry. So as you can see, that the expansion of siblings love is horizontally, from parents to children, parent to children. So you should be a filial son before you can be in position of parents for your siblings. So here you can say brother, children, and sisters. So as a filial son, you can be parents. So when you are in parent position, you can be a brother or sister to your siblings. And that is how humanity is composed, the whole world. So the most important and the interesting parts of today's topic is this. Siblings love lasts forever. Sometimes being a big brother is even better than being a superhero. Friends may come and go, but brothers and sisters last forever. Please like our video and share to invite your friend to join us. This topic is very important because today there are a lot of conflict within siblings, so they don't know how to solve this problem. Most of them don't know where the problem are, or from which point, or what are the problem. So today, through this lecture, I'm very sure that you can learn a lot of things, and then you can also arrange or change your relationship if you ever have a problem with your siblings or anybody. So it is said here, you can see the picture. A big brother is hugging, is protecting his younger sister. So for the younger sister, she is receiving true love from her elder brother. So he said, sometimes being a big brother is even better than being a superhero. As you can see in the other side, friends may come and go, but brothers and sisters last forever. We were born from our parents. So no matter what problem we have, we can never separate. Maybe for some time, but not forever. But for a friend, you can be separated from your friend forever. So siblings love lasts forever. So today, there are a lot of conflict between siblings. So this study will help us to solve this siblings rivalry. Siblings rivalry. The relationship between brothers and sisters in families today is often strained, filled with jealousy and resentment, much like the first brother, Cain and Abel. Within siblings today, there is a concurrence, there is a competition, there is a rivalry, there is jealousy. So when we don't resolve those problems ahead of time, it becomes big, and then it leads to conflict, to fight, to war. That's what is happening around the world today. Here is a very simple example. This sister wants to sell her younger brother. Please like and share our live. Thank you. like and share our life. Thank you. This elder sister want to sell her younger brother. First of all, and he went to a place where people are passing, and she wrote on a placard, "Brother for sale," thinking that somebody could buy her younger brother. First of all, she wrote $100. I want to sell my brother for $100. Nobody buy, and time was passing. She reduced the price to $50. Nobody was buying her brother. Finally, she reduced the price to $10. Still, nobody buy her brother. So finally, she discovered that brother is brother. We can never change brother. We can never sell brother, because nobody will buy your brother, because it's not his own brother or her own brother. So we should understand that no matter what problem we have with our siblings, we must solve it, because friends may come and go, but siblings relationship lasts forever. Thank you for joining. Please like and share. So, how to make somebody angry? We need to know this aspect. How to make somebody angry? You make somebody angry when you ignore his strength or his good points. If somebody is good than you, just recognize and praise him. Even though you cannot tell him in face, please you can find a way and tell him. By doing so, you will make peace with that person. But when somebody is good than you in something, and then you don't want to recognize, but you are just there criticizing his weak points or weak results, you are making trouble. There will be fight between you and this person. So that is how problem arise. So if you want to make somebody angry, just ignore his strong points and then always highlight his or her weakness or fault. But in our mind, nobody want to make somebody angry, right? We all want to live in peaceful family, in peaceful community, a peaceful group and society in a nation. So, self-pity and anger. Let's see this. This person, for example, find itself pity, whereas this young lady always find him or herself very angry. Anything happen, she's angry against everybody. And this man all the time is sad. Why this? So there is also national rivalry. We can see today that many countries are in war. Turkey, Syria, in Africa, country to country, in Europe, in Middle East. So because we don't understand really that we are all brothers and sisters, we have a same and a common true parent, which is God or Allah, we are always fighting for no reason. So how to solve anger? Let's talk about this now. How to solve anger? Please like and join and also share our life so that people can join us to learn this important lesson. How to solve anger? How we can do to help others? Acknowledge their good point or strength and help them in area of weakness or needs. In the past, we said that if you want to make somebody angry, you just need to ignore his good points or strength and then always criticize him or always highlight his weakness or faults. But now, when we want to solve anger or help somebody, what we need to do is just to acknowledge, to recognize their good point or strength. Always praise them, always help them in area or of weakness. Anytime you find that your friend or somebody is not doing well or have a weak point somewhere, just help him. By doing so, you can help others. Very simple. But it is in human being nature that we always criticize. We always want to find a reason to criticize somebody. We don't want to acknowledge somebody's good points. That is human being nature, right? So it should not be that way. Also, how can we do what we can do ourselves? Count our blessing. For example, this lady and this man. This lady always angry. Anything happens, she's angry all the time. And this man, you can see here, is self-pity. Always sad, always thinking, always bad, how to say, low mood. So how can we do to ourselves? Always count our blessing. You should be proud of yourself. Count your blessing, how happy you are, how lucky you are to be alive, to be in that position, even though you don't have what you are looking for right now. So we should always count our blessing. It helps us to have a stable mind, a healthy mind, and a healthy body. See the goodness in others. We should always see goodness in others, right? When you always see good in others, you are positive. You will make a positive vibe. You will always create a very positive environment that other people would like to live in. Help others less fortunate. Those who are not fortunate like you, who are not good or strong like you try to help them. Only by doing that, you can make yourself happy and also others happy. Please, thank you for liking, for sharing. Invite a lot of friends so that we can discuss this together. So you can also ask some comments or some compliments, because I'm not this person who detain all the knowledge. No. So we are just here to learn and to share together and to share our experience, and then to make ourselves happy, and then to help our brothers and sisters and even ourselves. That is the purpose of this study, education of character. So okay, thank you for sharing, for joining. Okay, let's continue, and don't forget to like. So this man, at that time he was 40 years old. He is the founder of a joint disabled unity center in Kathmandu. He is Nepali. This man, when he was born disabled, okay? So he thought that his life is meaningless and always think like this. But one day in his life, he said, no, I think even though I was born disabled like this, I can do something to make others happy. I can do something to give help to less privileged people. I can do something to change others' life. So what he does, he worked very hard and created an organization to support orphan, disabled, and by God's grace, he was blessed, and he always received also support from different organizations to support children. So if this man could not think positive about it himself, he might die already. He could not have this mind to create and found a foundation to help others. So it is very important, no matter who we are, no matter our situation, we need to keep our brain, our mind lift up. Another thing we have to do also is that we should always forgive. The former president of South Africa, Nelson Mandela, the late president, he said, if you want to make peace with your enemy, you have to work with your enemy. Then he becomes your partner. So most people don't know this reality. They think that if you want to dominate or you want to gain, most people don't know the value, the power of forgiveness. They always want to pay back enemy. But Nelson Mandela sees this differently, and that is what he has done. You know it very well, the history of apartheid in South Africa. He was a white, he was a black that led the movement to defend human rights at that time. So white people imprisoned him for 27 years. But after he came back from prison, he became president. But still, he did not send them to jail. Instead, he said, let's build this nation together. That is what we have today in South Africa, a very giant country, very well-developed country. He forgave those who ill-treated him. Instead, he loved them. He said, we need to work together. He forgave them. So they work together. So the power of forgiveness, very important. In family, between siblings, problem might happen. So why not forgive each other? Somebody needs to say, okay, you are right, I'm wrong, and problem is settled. Within country, in a continent, for example, in Africa, we have a lot of country, 47, 44 countries. When one country is having issue with another one, the rest of those countries should find a way to help them so that there should be a dialogue. But that is not the case. In other country, there should be the same thing. So forgiveness is very important. Now, resolve or repeat past conflict. This is also something that we should not neglect. Unresolved problem will be passed on to the future generation, and in most cases be bigger than more difficult to solve. This is the most important. Past problem. When we don't resolve past problem now, it will be there in the past to our future generation, and then in the future that problem will become much more bigger and much more difficult to solve. Let me give an example. I know a tribe in my village. Their ancestors had problem, so they had problem issues, so they don't talk to each other, they don't cooperate together. 100 years ago, this problem exists until today, and today it is very difficult that those two families can cooperate. Even their descendants, their young age, they are taught to hate each other. This is very bad and very sad story. So what we should learn here is that we should be able to solve problem, a past problem and the present problem, to avoid the problem to become bigger than us in future. Because in the spirit world, you might regret not solve all problem while you are alive in your body on this earth, because your descendant might not be able to solve that problem. So please, dear friends, this issue is not just a joke. It's very important and critical. That is why I really like and want you people to share this live, so that many people can join, many people can give also their thoughts, so that we can have a very good and a very interesting discussion. Okay, if somebody want to talk, yeah, you are free to send a request, and then we can uh, we can do this together. So okay, so I was saying, okay, this is the person, those who imprisoned Nelson Mandela at that time. But still, when the president come back from the prison, he still forgive them. Power of forgiveness. After World War I, after World War II. So resolving conflict. Step one, what should we do? Ask, what could I have done better? Self-reflection. If you have self-reflection, you ask yourself, what could I done better? If there is a problem, and then you go to your room, you meditate, and you ask yourself, why could I do, or why could I have done better? Then you will find solution. A good spirit will come to you. But if you did not give any chance to yourself by thinking that way, you can never find solution, because you are angry, and then your mind is full of negative feeling, and then it's closed, so you cannot feel any inspiration. Step two, determine to take a responsibility for the emotional anger too. Never take a decision when you are angry. When you are angry, please calm down. Just go wherever you are, change a place, and then calm down. You will find an original time, your original mind will talk to you. But when you are angry and then you speak, and you take decision at that moment, you might make everything difficult. Okay? So step three, resolve, forgive, love, and unite. Why do we want to solve problem? Because we want to forgive. So when you forgive, then you will love the person. And when you love, then you will unite. That is how Nelson Mandela did. When he came back from the prison, he wanted to unite with them. So what he did, he met them, he forgave them, and then they unite. Okay? He tried to solve the past problem so that it will not be passed on to the next generation and become bigger and bigger. Thank you again for liking, for sharing, for listening from the beginning until now. I'm so happy, and I'm sure that you will have a lot of things to learn, and then you will also have a lot of things to share with us in comments or in yeah. So now, fighting is not a solution. We all agree that fighting is not a solution to solve a problem. If you have a problem, is not fighting the solution? No. Defeating an enemy does not solve grievances or end hatred. No. The defeated are tempted to seek revenge. When you said I defeated my enemy by force, that does not mean that you solve the problem. Instead, you how to say, you add again hatred on hatred. Fight by solving problem never solve solution. We know what happened recently. Two countries was in tension, and then there are some countries supporting other countries, giving the weapon, giving the money to fight each other. This is not the solution. The solution should be always dialogue. We know that yes, there are some country may stubborn who want to invade another country, but still not by gun, not by so we need to dialogue. Dialogue can solve problem. There should be, how to say, compromise. Compromise will be dialogue. When there is communication, there is dialogue, for sure, problem can be solved. So it's not by fighting we can solve a problem or by revenging. No. Dear friends, thank you so much for today's session. I'm so happy, more than happy, that 19 people were with us from the beginning until the end. So before we close, I would like to ask you to do one activity with us. Well, please go on. I want to see something. Ask yourself, what example you can think of where enemy were reconciled? If you have any example that you can give that enemy were reconciled, please let us know. And then it takes courage and strength to talk to someone you don't like, right? What challenge do you face internally? So if somebody has something to say about this, we will be more than happy to listen to him. Once again, there are some very important parts we should see again. Resolve or repeat past conflict. So unsolved problem will be passed on to the future generation, and in most cases be bigger and more difficult to solve. It's the reason why we should not let problem start. We should solve problem as soon as possible. Otherwise, it will become bigger. It's like a pregnant woman. Since she is pregnant, with time goes by, the fetus will be developed, and then the womb of the woman will become bigger until she give birth. So same thing, a small problem should be solved onto the road. Otherwise, it will become bigger and much more difficult to solve in future. So we also know that siblings rivalry. So to solve siblings rivalry, we need to forgive. Only through forgiveness we can solve problem. And a very interesting, a very typical example is President Nelson Mandela, who forgave those who ill-treated him at that time. So we can see that it is real that only through forgiveness we can solve siblings rivalry. And through this man we learn also that we should always speak a good word to ourselves. We should think always positive if we want to impact people's life. We also say that what we should do if we want to solve anger is to always to acknowledge the good point and the strength of others. Always acknowledge good points or strength of others. Help them in their weakness area, or help them whatever they need. Whenever you see somebody is not doing good in some field or in some area, what to do is to help him, not to highlight, not to criticize him. By doing so, you will make him angry, and then you cannot solve problem by doing that. Instead, you are making problem you are increasing the problem. So here we said that the last one. So today we can say that this is the most important thing we should know. Siblings love lasts forever. Siblings love lasts forever. You should say this to your brothers and sisters today. Make your children say this to each other every day and create this kind of culture in your family, in your home. Siblings love lasts forever. Sometimes being a big brother is much better than being a superhero of a nation. When you are a big brother, for your younger brother or younger sister, they feel your love, they feel your protection, they feel protected. But in another way, they say, friends may come and go, but brother and sisters last forever. That means what? No matter good friend is, at some point of time, you will notice that friends is friends and brother is brother, sister is sister. So siblings love lasts forever because you have an undeniable line, boundary, bounds, which is a lineage. You have the same lineage from same biological parents and from parents. So it is very intelligent to highlight this point. Being a big brother is much more important and better than being a superhero. And friend may come and go, but brothers and sisters last forever. This is siblings love. It lasts forever. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. We are at the end of our presentation. I would like to go to the next session. So, if anybody has a question to ask, I think yeah, this is the time.